Hey everyone, welcome back to Creative Callouts. I'm your host Giggila, and this episode I'm joined by Asch, who is a great creative creator who has worked on many projects and has plays up in the millions in total. Asch, how are you?
Good. Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting me.
That's all right. So we'll get it started off. So you've worked with multiple different teams on so many different popular projects. Yap Maps, working with Lockies. How's that been going?
It's been going fine. Got a few plays. You're just doing it. It's been fun with him. It's been great working with him and learning verse while also being able to do some mouse over there. It's just great.
Yeah, no. How have you been finding UEFN since it's come out?
It's an amazing software. Like so much potential versus like Creative 1.0. Like it's completely unlimited. Like they used to advertise Creative as like build your own thing. It's like you really couldn't build your own thing. Now you can really build your own thing.
Yeah, with the amount of tools Epic now gives in UEFN and 2.0, you can make your own genre of games or even your own legacy of games in this. You don't need to just lynch off Fortnite anymore.
Yeah, completely custom assets, materials, buildings. Like potential is unlimited.
Oh, it really is. So how long have you been working creative for?
So from now, I've started about a year and a half ago, maybe like getting closer to, yeah, a year and a half. Like we're getting pretty close to 2 years of actually making creative maps. I used to do before that, I did a BR for like fun, like maybe like once a week. Just worked on it a little bit. But then after that, I really just decided to join the creative community and start building and releasing projects and working with other people and meeting so many amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, one of your most popular individual maps is Gravity Swap Gun Game, which was one of your. Actually, was it your first UEFN map?
It was my first UEFN map.
And what an amazing way to start off UEFN for you.
Yeah.
It's such an
Um,
interesting concept. It's obviously something you could never do in 1.0, but how was it working on that?
it was just a fun, it did not take too long. It was a fun little project. Well, I guess it didn't take too much time, but it did take me 2 months because I was kind of working on so many other things, learning, obviously Starfall, that was before we even like talked about it publicly.
Mm.
Like there's just so many things going on in the background. So it took 2 months, but like actual time, like 15, 20 hours wasn't too bad. And it was just a fun map to make. And I'm so happy to see everybody who played it, enjoyed it. I've gotten so many messages like saying I loved it and like everybody's gonna like it. So very happy
Yeah,
about that.
wasn't it involved in a Nikkei 30 tournament?
It was like a month ago. There was
Mm.
they did a Twitch Rivals creative tournament and Gravity Swap was played in it, and there was like 32 professional streamers who played it, and there was like a $10,000 prize pool for that map.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing that. I completely forgot it was Twitch Rivals, but it was really fun just to see the map you've worked on for so long. I literally only gave you a small hand on it on the last day of it. That's
Yeah,
all I got to see of it
in
before its
the
release.
in the trailer, and then you reply and you're like, "Why am I the only one that gets killed?" Because we also played with Equinox, who kept killing me. And I just wanted
Yeah,
like gameplay where I like didn't die until the
yeah,
end.
yeah. For all those listening, in the trailer, Ash only eliminated me in a nearly 60-second trailer showcasing it. He eliminated no one else but myself. I felt a little bit targeted. I know it wasn't intentional, but
No,
it,
it's
it
just
was it was still funny just to see as soon as the trailer came out.
that's just what happened with the editing.
Yeah, no, that was funny. But no, it's a very cool map to play, um, and a very cool map that I had a very small hand in. I mean, because I know your biggest issue with it was people kept spawning in random places, like under or above the map that kept moving.
So the biggest issue was join in progress. It has, and as far as I'm aware, always will be totally busted for cinematics. So I defined workarounds for like stopping the cinematic and keeping players like waiting in a little area that doesn't rotate with the cinematic until the one cinematic's up, and then the next one will play. But there's still a few issues. But if everybody joins in at the start of the game, you have no join in progress issues whatsoever, and you can have fun. But
yeah, good. It's a good workaround. It makes things so much easier to work with. And okay, it doesn't make it perfect.
No,
but it's still a good fix for it, I'd say.
The way to make it perfect is with verse, and I guess I'm giving a little teaser, but I have created a verse script for like a randomly flipping gravity swap, like because I've been learning verse over the past like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and it randomly will flip, and you'll see something with that hopefully coming soon if I get back to that. But yeah.
Ooh. There's a little bit of a sneak peek to something upcoming. So yeah, no, that sounds like a good map. Obviously, seeing the other maps you've worked on and helped with, like such amazing technical maps you've worked on, and it's just amazing to see what you do. You are, in my opinion, one of the best verse editors I've seen.
I wouldn't say verse, like I still don't know what I'm doing. Like I've only been doing it for like 3 weeks. Like I can only do like still very simple things. So.
Yeah. But no, what the mechanics you've worked on and had, it's been great. Honestly, just even from something as simple as a storm mechanic that I saw you work on during Starfall, that mechanic was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we had a lot of struggles with the storm in Starfall because so the minimap only showed like a 25 by 25 tile section, and then storm circles wouldn't even show up on the map, period. So we had to find a way to, tell players like how far away they are from the edge of the zone, and then display like, hey, you're this many meters away from the edge, and then actually do that while still creating a completely random storm circle system, which was a nightmare, like logistically, but we were able to do it.
No, it was an amazing mechanic. But speaking of other amazing things you worked on, what about you being in the Cyber City Callouts?
That was a fun one. Like I kind of just made it because I was bored. I didn't have anything else to do, and at that point we were just sitting there waiting for UEFN. It was supposed to release in January. They announced the Cyber City Callout in February. We only had a month, so kind of putting the pieces together. Like this is their first callout where we only have like a month. Completely random theme. It's just the cards were like kind of folding, and there was like insider information coming out, and then they put like UEFN on like GeForce Now by accident. Like I don't know who did that, but okay. So it was just kind of like, okay, UEFN's coming soon. What can I do in the meantime? Because I was just kind of bored, kind of out of it with creative. Just mostly we just hang out in VCs and do nothing, even though I was trying to be productive. But so it was kind of like, okay, make this fun map. And it got in the call. I'm like, oh, that's great. Maybe it'll get like 20 plays. And it's like, no, it got like 1 million plays in like a day, 2 days. It was very amazing, like to be included in that. And I'm very grateful for that experience.
Yeah, I mean, another map that you've worked on that had got a decent amount of recognition is one featured in the Creator Clash from Power. You earned 2nd place in that.
Oh, yeah. That was also a great opportunity. I spent like a week to do it. Worked on it pretty quick. Got my submission down while also like balancing school, and it was just mostly I wanted to learn a lot about cinematics and UI a little bit. Like I didn't learn too much UI from it, but I kind of got the hang of cinematics from it. And it was just a little like learning experience with reward, and I got to be in a video, and it was like also another like truly grateful for that.
No, I mean, you've been able to work with so many good creators. I mean, just to list off the top of my head, you worked with Scoped. You've worked with, I mean, there's all the Starfall team, Lockies. Oh gosh, really got me thinking now. How many other large name creators would you say you've worked on maps with?
Definitely more that aren't coming to my head, and then the ones that are coming to my head have not released yet, and I am not allowed to say anything. But I'd say give it like what 2-3 weeks. You'll see.
Okay.
Like, you'll be like, whoa.
Okay, there's another big teaser. So, how close from when this episode is going to go out? This episode goes out on the 27th. So, how close will it be to then?
Maybe a week after that.
Oh, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
For that. But no, that's something exciting. I had no clue you were working on that, but that will be amazing to keep an eye on. Notifications for FCNews, we got to get it on that when it does start being released. But no, that's great. So, how would you say UEFN is doing right now with everything in Fortnite, Battle Royale, and everything in between?
It's had a shift. So at first it was extremely like, I don't know about this, bro. Like, it was really shaky, and like the ecosystem was shaky. There was no developer communication at all. We didn't know anything that was going on, and they've made a dramatic shift to now we do know what's going on. We don't obviously know everything, but like we got the public roadmap, we got communication, we got like they're telling us what the rows are now in Discovery, like community momentum. Great new row. Like if you get people to come from outside of the Fortnite ecosystem to go play Fortnite just for that map, or somebody who's been like specifically a BR player and it's like, oh, they got them to check out this map. So they're telling us these things now, which is great. And Discovery is still a thing. Like it's still Discovery, and it will always be like that for a while. I won't say always, but it will be like that for a very long while it still is, improved and worked on.
Yeah.
But it has gotten so much better. And it's about to get so much better. Like you saw the leaked UI update.
Yeah.
I think because Q3 ends at the end of September. And the end of September is literally the next update. So I think, like, obviously, like, don't actually, like, this is just a prediction. We should be getting the Discovery UI revamp. Not just Discovery, but, like, the entire UI. From, like, search bars and, like, new item shop. Like, hopefully we get that next update, but we might not, but still be very cool to have. And it is continuously being worked on, and it's great to see. Like, I think we're in a very good state, and it's only going to go up from here.
Yeah, no, I saw the UI stuff. I believe it was FireMonkey who got it.
Yeah.
Or at least got it first.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. So I thought, the UI looked... It was obviously different because even the play had moved to the left of the screen now, I believe it was. That's going to be... Because it's always been in that bottom right corner, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Since the very start.
Nothing we saw is final, obviously, but...
Oh, yeah.
There will be some, hopefully, amazing changes, and... Like, Epic on the back end has been secretly, like... I went through, like... I don't know why, but I went through the job listing a few months ago on, like, Epic Games' site. And they have been hiring UI and UX developers like crazy. And then like when you see in like I always follow like new Epic employees who get like added to the team, you know, like they just announce like, hey, I'm working on Twitter. I see
Yeah.
like 60% of them have been UI UX developers. So whatever they're planning, it's huge.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
I mean, speaking of Epic, recently retired Donald Mustard.
Oh,
And
that was
that was a kind of
shocker.
shock to the community. But the outpour of respect, thanks, and everything towards him was just so great to see. It's one of the most positive I've ever seen like any community be.
Yeah. His arc definitely isn't over yet. But then also the new guy who's coming in, like love to see that his experience, like he's got an insane background in like
Yeah,
Marvel and like visual production, and it's like, okay, you got some talent too. But Donald Mustard's arc is not over yet, and
no.
I think we're about to see the end of it, and
Mm,
it will hopefully shock everybody. Hopefully shock me. Like I don't know what I'm talking
yeah.
about. Like
No,
yeah,
I think we're gonna see the end of his arc at the end of this chapter. Because I think, because obviously he still had influence in this chapter, so we're going to see Donald Mustard's story this chapter. But I think beginning next chapter is when we're going to start to see. I believe his last name is Ren. I think that's when we're going to see Ren's influence
yeah,
on the entire creative and Fortnite side. We're gonna. Oh, I'm excited to see what he does with his influence everywhere in Epic. See what does better, see what does worse, and hopefully it just gets better from there.
yeah. Like obviously like it's not their job is not specifically just for like the BR story. Like it
Mm.
overextends to everything as far as I'm aware. Like just a little bit like creative, like, hey, how are we gonna improve, I guess. But it's chief creative officer of Epic Games and
Yeah.
in charge of Fortnite as a
Yeah.
whole.
In charge of one of the biggest gaming companies ever. And to have that sort of influence in that position, I don't know what could be going through his head. I know he's obviously a decorated person in all sorts of different fields, but I arguably this could be his biggest thing ever he's done.
Yep.
I am excited to see what he does, just as I'm excited to see how other creators are into creative. Like with yourself, you've got a map coming out in three, 4 weeks, which you
It's a lot of
can't talk about.
projects releasing. Like I can't talk about like a few because of the people involved, but
Yeah.
like I guess my own, if I ever have any extra time, 100% getting back to that. And
Mm.
then like Yap Maps with Luckies.
Yeah.
Just kind of just doing that for, I think we're doing it for fun. We want to see some success out of it, and we're just learning so much. And we got some more projects coming out with that soon too.
Yeah, no, it's just been great. It's kind of like, oh, not back to how it was, but it's cool. We're just taking it way more casual now, and it's honestly so much more fun. And we've come up with some banger maps already.
Yeah,
They've been great so far. We've released two. Actually, no, we re-released one recently, didn't we? Um, oh, what did we rename it to?
we did just the Sticky Spleef, and
That
then
was it.
the
Yes.
Superhero 1v1, which was like
Hmm.
a lot. I can't believe I did that in a day and a half, two
I
days,
know
because all
that
the
was really
powers.
good.
Like you carried with the the vending machines,
I am
and
not
then
doing vending machines again for a while, and Lockie knows it.
um
What was it? 400 and
80 So
480 different vending machines, and I placed every single one of them.
it's crazy.
I'm not touching another vending machine for a while.
Yeah, not valid.
If you guys want to do anything else with vending machines, I'm taking that day off. But
yeah,
but no, working on just these maps, it's really nice. Super slope. We were just having fun, just testing it out, and then making it, and then with superhero 1v1, using the superhero trends that are going on right now. It's just no one's done a 1v1 with it.
So I'm surprised, honestly. Like, I really hope to see that take off, but I'm surprised nobody has done one yet. Or, like, one hasn't gotten out there. Because, speaking of testing while just having fun, I think it could have been like an hour and a half. We spent an hour and a half straight instead of, like, we were just wanted to test the teleporter power because I finally finished it. Like, I was very impressed with how I was able to do it. Finally finished it. Finally got it to only like work while someone was holding the remote. Like,
yeah,
I just was like, okay, let's just test it out really quickly. Go to bed. It's like an hour and a half later, and we're still just messing around. Like, I'm flipping on and off between the invisibility power because like you can do that, and then just shoot your shotgun. And I'm like, oh, we've been doing this for like an hour, and we're like, oh, we should probably go to sleep because it was like Monday night.
Yeah, I was already asleep at that point. I'm pretty sure because
I think you might have been close to waking up at that point. No, not that close, but like,
oh wow,
not that close, but like, yeah.
Yeah, if it's Mondays, I get up at like 6:45. So yeah,
good sleep schedules.
I mean, to be fair, you've done some late nighters.
Yeah,
I know the longest one I know of is the Starfall 4 a.m. one.
Oh, I didn't sleep. Like, okay, I was gonna say sleep schedules and creative don't usually clash well unless you like are healthy with it. But like, I know Paperly is very good about like getting like good sleep now and like not trying to get burnout because that's awesome. Good for him. But like, couldn't relate. Like, I live on coffee in the morning. But like, so that time I didn't even go to sleep. Like, I didn't sleep. Like, we were trying to just do all this stuff, and it was like, great, everything's like broken. We had to redo, like, I don't even remember the specifics. I just remember we had to redo something, and it took forever.
Yeah. What mechanic was it? Was it the same one as the guards?
No, it couldn't have been because that was the day before release. The guards was the night. Oh, that was 2 nights in a row.
Yeah,
because the guards broke the game, so we took them out, and then I made the entire new mechanic that other night too, and I also didn't sleep.
Okay, so that's me just mushing them together, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, that's great. Is there anything you want to say, promote, anything you want to get out there?
Not really. Like, I don't have, I guess, Gravity Swap gun game, but I don't have too many public projects, and then whenever I work with somebody, it just like I get paid, but it just doesn't come out. But these next few things, just keep an eye out. There's some really cool stuff coming.
Yeah, no. We'll keep it updated on FCNews, so make sure you go follow there for all the updates. Make sure you go follow Asch on his Twitter. You have a TikTok as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep, TikTok. Is there anyone else I'm missing on that?
It's just same on all social medias. Just find me pretty much anywhere. Right, even Threads.
Oh, Threads.
The app that nobody uses anymore.
That's the one I'm missing. All right. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me on.